Hello everyone. I was motivated to create in this video to share with everyone who want to live an independent, self-sufficient lifestyle and not rely on the greedy banks and the big greedy insurance company. I recently worked for someone who I admired and I looked up to a great deal, but then this person showed me their true colors and made me realize that they're just a simple crook and a miserable human being to be around, always hiding behind the word reputation. I am no angel myself, but one thing for sure, I will never ever steal someone hard-earned money, nor will I hold someone hard-earned money as hostage, especially when I know that they need their money to pay their bills so they can continue to survive in this hard, difficult life. After this horrible experience, I came to realize that I want to live before I die. I just don't want to live for existence. I want to live an unconventional life, something different, to show that I am not just another brick in the wall. After this bad experience of mine, something deep from within me came to life. I now realize that I want to live my life by my own ideals. I have come to realize that I am a humanitarian. My fate is to give myself away to people. I will be a servant to the people around me that need my help. I am a believer and a supporter in nonviolence. I hope to be a messenger for peace, love, kindness, and happiness. I owe all of this partly due to my hero and my idol, Gandhi. Gandhi is one man who was able to stand up for what's right and grant an entire nation its independence without killing one soul. For example, the United States back in the days had to kill off all the Native Americans to steal their land. The United States is held responsible for the largest genocide in the entire world, and they try to hide that from the people. So this is why Gandhi is a great hero to me, because he never had to hurt anyone to achieve his independence for his nation. I have come to realize that money is the root to all evil. Most people are driven by the greed of money, but for me, I don't want to make money a critical part of my life. I only want money to play a role in my life. For the moment, I value my alone time and I value my reclusiveness. I am late in life. I have not figured out what I want to do with my life. So until then, I know for sure that I just want to be happy. I have come to admit to myself that I can no longer be upset about things anymore. Things happen, I cannot be bummed out or allow it to affect my day. I have to take things as they come. The video that has been playing in the background is Crescent City, California. It is located 20 miles from the Oregon border. As I continue on with my narration, I will dig deep more into this video. Before I continue on, I must say, scientifically proven and scientifically speaking, the earth will one day die. The sun will one day die. That's something that will happen. So for the time being, I value my life on this earth, and one of the things that I value is living by the water. Water is the most important element in our planet and in our entire galaxy. Without water, there's no life, and so far, Earth is the only place that has water, and I would love to be a part of it. Whenever I go to the ocean, it's magical. There's something wonderful that is occurring. I love the way the ocean make love to the shoreline. It goes back and forth. It never stops. It's mesmerizing. It's a calling to me that I cannot describe. I wanted to live by the ocean in Southern California, but the way the real estate market is currently, everything is $1 million minimum. I cannot afford $1 million at my age. I do not want to pay $1 million mortgage and have the insurance company and the bank take advantage of me. For the last 2 years, I have searched and I have searched and I have expanded my search looking for somewhere to live by the water. Then one day it dawned upon me to look in Northern California instead of Southern California. So I started looking 12 hours away in Crescent City, California. I was able to locate it the worst of the worst property that no one wanted to deal with. The reason why I did this was because the worst of the worst property, the banks will not finance, and the owner will have no choice but to carry a note on this property. So what I did was I found exactly that, the worst of the worst, and I found owner finance. I was able to avoid the banks and the insurance company taking advantage of me because I'm the little guy, and I would like to share this video with all the little guys out there so maybe they can learn from this and benefit from this video. I was able to purchase the property that's playing in the background for the price of a 2017 Honda Civic. This is an awesome, terrific deal for me. But as you can see, this property is in horrible condition and in very, very bad shape. And I will get to that as we continue on in this video. This property is located 3 miles from the ocean. I can jog there or I can ride my bike there. This is how I was able to be free from the banks. It took a lot of hard work, but I stuck to it. It took me 2 years. I kept on it. I stayed up late at night. I drove everywhere using my own gas money and wear and tear in my vehicle just to follow my dream. And I continue to look and search to live by the ocean. When I arrived there, I had no labor. I had no network, but I hustled. I stood by every liquor store. I stood by every shopping market, asking everyone if they need some extra work. And I finally found a few helpers, as you can see there in the background. Every day I woke up bright and early in the morning. We worked. I stopped every day at 4 o'clock. I showered up, and we went and we watched the sunset every day. To make this happen, I slept in my vehicle trying to save money on hotel just so I can afford to pay these guys. The gentleman that you see inside of this truck bed, his name is Rick. He is 62-year-old. I respect and I admire this man. This is what a 60-year-old man philosophy and hard work idea should be like. This man worked his butt off for me. Look at this condition of this property. Everything, every item in this property as far as the landscaping go had thorns. The blackberry tree had thorns. The ivy in the ground had thorns. I myself had a difficult time, but this man handled this property and this cleanup like a champ. He used his vehicle, he hauled everything to the dump, and he came right back and he got to work. This right here was the campground RV park that we went to, and it was $5 for showers. This was, I believe, this was the first place. This right here is 3 minutes from the property. Everything was going so well that I bought me some champagne to enjoy the day. It was just so beautiful. The next day we continue on working. This big tree shrub that you see right there took 6 truckloads at the dump to clear out the side of this property. Everything that you see on the ground was ivy, and ivy have thorns. So it was not easy. Everyone arms were tore up and bleeding, but these guys handled this like a champ. Let me tell you, as we're digging into the work, we saw a couple snakes, some gardener snakes, and I do not like snakes. After at that point, I threw in the towel. I was working on the roof, I was working on the fireplace, I was working on the windows, I was securing the doors, I was securing the windows. I did not mess with that landscaping after I seen those 2 snakes. Now, as the video gets deeper in the back, you'll see that they're all blackberries back there. Blackberries are very expensive at the store, but I had a whole backyard full of blackberries. You know, but the blackberries come with a price to pick. They all have thorns on there. So as you can see, we finished up the front part of the property. It looks nice and clean. Earlier in the video when it started, you saw all the equipment that I loaded up in my little car. It's a little 2002 Toyota Prius. All of those equipment fit in that little trunk. This was the top of the property. Beautiful view. The ocean is right beyond those trees. You could smell it from where I was. I enjoyed that view. I was up there getting a tan. It was 70 degrees that day. And the helpers, They were apologizing because it's 70 degree. One of them complained they were getting a suntan. Me being from Southern California, I enjoy that weather. I appreciate being away from the 90 degrees and the 100 degrees out here. These are all the blackberry trees. Right here is 4 minutes away from the property. So this was the next day when I went to watch the sunset. It was a little bit gloomy on this particular day, but this is the Marina. Right here we go. Everything you see is blackberries. That young man right there is my little brother, Marina. He was a major help to me. I have so much appreciation for that young man. That young man is pure of heart, and he will always be by my side. As you can see, look at those trees. Those trees are about 6 feet tall. Those trees are taller than those gentlemen helping me out. This right here, this part of the ocean is 6 minutes away from the property. Beautiful ocean. Beautiful shoreline. It was amazing just being there. And to imagine I found this property for the price of a Honda Civic, 12 hours away. It also bordered Redwood National Park. Check out Marin. Marin is enjoying himself. He has his music on, he's picking the blackberries, he's eating, and he's working. He has a hedger in his hand, and Marin was incredible. Marin was dancing while he was trimming those trees. And let me tell you, all those trees have thorns. I can't emphasize thorns. And those trees are taller than this young man. Everybody worked very hard on this property. So my point of this video is to show everyone, if you work hard at it and you're willing to drive a little bit, or you're willing to relocate a little bit, you can have your dream. You can have your dream in California. You just have to be able to sacrifice, and to stay away from the bank, just find a property that's owner financed. This is the sunset. This was my last day looking at this beautiful sunset. I had an incredible time. I took time, I left, I came back to work, but the person that I worked for was being a jackass and never called me to work. So I wasted my time. I could have stayed in this paradise for another week. So that's, I guess basically that's the end of my video. I hope someone can benefit from this. My goal and my idea for this video is to share with everyone that if you work hard, you sacrifice, there are ways around the banks, there is ways around the insurance company. If you find a property that are in dire needs, get it, secure it, and work on it little by little, every 3 months, every month, whenever you can. Get a part-time job, save your money up, ask your network, ask your family, ask your friends, tell them, hey, you know what? Is there something I can do to make $50 this week? Hey, is there something I can do to help you out to make $100 next week? What can I do to help out to make extra money so I can put to the side so I can fix my fixer-upper property little by little? And here goes a little bit of a secret. Once you acquire a property and you turn on the utilities, you're able to park a motorhome on there and tap into the utilities. And as long as you're in your mobile home, no one will bother you. You'll be safe, the city will leave you alone, and you'll be able to enjoy the freedom to be mortgage free, to be gap insurance free, and you'll just be completely free. But still, you'll have a small mortgage because it's owner finance, so you'll be carrying a note. And the downfall to owner finance when you carry your note is if you default on it, the owner of that property, they get to keep your down payment and they get to keep all the payments that you've made to them so far. So that's the benefit to the owner for carrying an owner finance. And you know, I just love this property because it's right by the Redwood National Forest. It is 12 hours away. It borders Oregon, 20 miles away. It's right on the 101 freeway. It's just a beautiful place. And to live in Southern California and to live in Northern California is a dream. And I am very blessed and I'm very grateful that I was able to achieve this at my age. This is why I'm sharing this with all the little people out there, okay? So please, thank you for watching. I hope everyone benefit. And this is my second project. I haven't shared my first project, and I'm working on sharing my first project here in a bit. These videos are not easy to create. These videos are not easy to narrate, okay? So forgive me for being very lengthy. I hope someone could benefit from this. And I know so far one person benefit from this so far. So I've accomplished my goal in helping people. Thank you very much.